Thousands have approached Noble Gold Investments to secure their wealth with gold. Gold is the most stable asset outside of government control. Hurry and go to noblegoldinvestments.com to secure your wealth. Bag a free 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin if you qualify. noblegoldinvestments.com. That is noblegoldinvestments.com. And do not forget, whenever you're investing, there is risk. There are no guarantees of any kind. What's going on, people? Good damn afternoon, Americans. It be me, Jericho Green, here with you once again. What's going on? Members in the building, good to see you. Let's see what we have here today. Let's see, we already have a super chat cherry popper. So that's cool. Let's see. We have Miss Heidi Booth. What's up, Heidi? Appreciate you being here. Patrick C. What up? Rome 13. Scott Calais. Derek Marsick. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate that. Who else? Creole Lady. Spunberry 65. Appreciate that. Diesel. Authentically Kennedy. Here with us. Appreciate it. Let's see. Make sure I got them all. Brian King B. Appreciate it. Monica Foster. What up? Feeny. Mom Ranger 2010. Tammy A. Of course. Appreciate all of you being up in this bitch. Everybody. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Whatever cool term was in fashion when you were young. DMW shot 24/7 TV. 24/7, excuse me. What's up, man? Good to see you up in here. Mousy. Game Hinge Patriot. On. Stingray, what's up? Island Anderson. Mopar Girl. Justin Desroches. Ron Fuego. Thank you, my friend. Tommy Karate. Hiya. Sister Shirley, what's going on? Driver's Thoughts, what up? Lala HK, how you doing? Appreciate everybody being here. So, we'll pop that damn super chat cherry. How about that? Let's crack that case real quick. Let's get to the bottom of that Scooby-Doo mystery. Who popped the super chat cherry? Well, we're about to find out. Looks like it's international. Miss S66, also a member. You did it, girl. And I thank you for being so gentle. Thank you very much for the 9 pounds and 99 bits, milady. Guys, so many good things to talk about today. I mean, what in the entire fuck? Not just part of the fuck. Not just half of the fuck. What in the entire fuck is going on here? Oh, man. So, I think number one, top of mind, as they say, for me, is Fetterneck is back, people. That's why I titled this live stream, It Speaks. That's also why thought I had some papers that I don't. But Fetterneck is back in the building, and that's the reason why I named it It Speaks. That's the reason why I used the thumbnail of Frankenstein from, well, Yeah, Frankenstein from Young Frankenstein, but not the Reds. That's people. I don't pick these thumbnails and these titles by accident. Okay, there's a meaning behind it. So he had, and I'll give them this. I'll credit them this much that they threw him in the deep end. They figured you had 2 months off, 2 months in one of the best medical facilities in the world. So I think you're good to go. So they threw him in the deep end. They had him speaking publicly, speaking in front of his peers. And damn. Yes. Yes, and yes. I don't think you guys understand what's going on here. This dude, he was off for 2 months at one of the best medical facilities on this planet. Does another planet have a better one? Maybe. But the one we live on, that's pretty damn good. Walter Reed, come on. Right? So he spent 2 months there. So I guess they figured you're getting some of the best care humanly possible. We're going to go ahead and have you get right back, kind of hit the ground running. And he said, okay. Boy, oh boy. He didn't really hit the ground running. He hit the ground stumbling, tripping and falling. Definitely wasn't running. What do you expect? He didn't get admitted to Walter Reed for dealing or to deal with the effects of the stroke that he had less than a year ago. Next month will be a year since he had a severe stroke, which is blood loss to the brain. So not even a year, and not even, it was what, 6 months maybe after he had it that he was on the campaign trail. So he didn't go into Walter Reed to get treated for any brain damage he may have suffered. He went there for depression. As far as I know, I'm no doctor. I don't even own a white coat. But depression is different than suffering from a stroke, correct? So he was admitted to Walter Reed for severe depression for 2 months. So he wasn't, as far as we know, he was getting treated for depression. It was severe depression. So that's what he was getting treated for. Not dealing with the issues that he struggles with after having a stroke, and not even saying that it's possible for them to reverse the effects, because the brain doesn't heal itself. Whatever brain damage you suffer, that's it. So obviously he's suffering from some brain issues. The way he speaks and the way he reads things. Remember, he had looked like a gamer's dream in his office, all these screens everywhere to interpret what everyone's saying so he can see it instead of hearing it, because somehow hearing the words from somebody didn't work for him, so he needed a visual aid. And they put this man out here in the public sphere. That's why I make fun of him. Just like Biden, he's in the public sphere. If they were in private and they weren't elected officials, I would have nothing to say about them. It would be fucked up to make fun of them, because they're both dealing with brain issues that they can't control. Fetterman with his stroke, Biden with his 3 aneurysms and an embolism. Look it up. 4 traumatic occurrences inside his brain, yet he sits at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. But enough of that, people. Let's break away from that for a second and just show some appreciation. To whom you ask? To this man right here. Yes. Thank you, DMW Shots 24/7 for becoming a member of Green Nation. Cool kids, you know what to do. Stand up, trays up, scoot it on down. And if you want a thunderous applause like this young man here, I can make that happen for you. No problem. All you have to do is this first. Become a member of Green Nation. $5.99 a month, loyalty badges, custom emojis, exclusive members only videos, giveaways. My man Brian Kingby, I just dropped your giveaway in the mail. He was the first one chosen to receive a gift in the members only live stream that we have the first Friday of every month. And boy, is it an event. So if you ain't there, people, you're in the wrong damn spot. But I thank you, DMW. Thank you very much. So, moving on. Fetterneck's back. And wait until you hear what he has to say. I think he was speaking English. Derek Molino, you're right. Tammy A, always clutch. Always. Gabe, he's always right too, especially when he says, subscribe today. Day. And people, that's just not any Gabe. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to do some technical shit right here. It's going to blow your ass. I mean, your mind. No, blow your ass. Let me pull this shit up for you, people, just to show you how serious we are here. Not only here at Jericho Green Enterprises, but here at Double Impact, Triple Damn Threat. Show you this. As it goes down tonight, of course, it's Wednesday, people. You already know this shit. You already know. Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Double Impact, Triple Threat. Myself, Gabe Eltaeb, a world-class comic book artist who works for DC. Superman, Batman, you know the thing. But they want to go left. They want all the dudes tonguing each other down. Gabe said, I'm not having that shit. I'm not contributing these talents to that shit. So he broke off and did his own thing. And oh, yes, he's successful. Also, my man Sean, the world-class artist himself, was an instructor at an elite art school on the East Coast, I believe in Rhode Island. Same thing, disillusion, the woke shit. No, we're all birthing people, chest feeders. Fuck that. I will take my talents elsewhere. Gabe has Truth, Justice, American Way coming out. I get updates all the time via text, all the boards that he's finishing and the different scenes and the shading and the coloring that he's doing. Panels, I believe they're called. I'm trying to up my art lingo. And he has that coming out. Shant has Nosfero coming out. And 2 different drawing styles as far as these 2 projects. Gabe's is like the classic comic book, I guess you would say, style of art. And Shant's is more medieval 15th century knights, dragons. And actually, this one's based on a werewolf, which I'm very excited about. So 2 different styles. Very exciting. But here we go. Bam, there it is. Tonight, Double Impact. What movie will we be talking about? A Fistful of Dollars. Now, I'm about 3/4 of the way through it. This is one of the movies, one of the Westerns I used to watch with my dad, Clint Eastwood. He was more partial to John Wayne, the Duke. If you guys know anything about TBS, was it Turner Broadcasting Station? Because they used to call it the Super Station. But back in the day, back in the 80s, I would say 75% of their programming was the Duke. It would be like the Duke Week and all this shit, all his cowboy movies, the Sands of Iwo Jima, all the World War II movies, Rooster Cogburn, all that shit. They would play all of John Wayne's movies. But it was John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, and there was like a slew of TV shows that he liked to watch. Perry Mason, Little House on the Prairie, Columbo, McMillan and Wife, Rockford Files, Helltown. Remember Helltown with Robert Blake and Grady from Sanford and Son? Oh, man, you guys ain't fucking serious. You're not serious if you don't know about Helltown. Hardcastle and McCormick, all that shit. But this was one of them. This is one of the movies we used to watch, but I haven't seen it since I was a little kid, watching it with my dad. So it was almost like seeing it for the first time all over again. So yeah, I'm almost through it. I'm to the part, spoiler alert, But I'm to the part where they exchange the girl, the warring factions in the town of San Miguel. They get the girl back. So that's where I'm at. So I'm excited to see the conclusion. But tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, myself, Gabe Shant, Double Impact, Triple Threat. We will be breaking down. And when I say scene by scene, I mean scene by scene. On Gabe's channel, I'll put the link. Matter of fact, I'll put the link in the chat right now, and then I'll put it. I think I already shared it to my channel. So it's in my channel. If you look under community, you'll see it up there. But I'll put the link in the comment section right now. Here it is. Link it. Okay. My channel. Boom. Comment section. There it is. Pin this bitch to the top. Where'd it go? There it is. Bam. So make sure you're there tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. I think we got another. Somebody else. We got somebody else up in here showing some love. Thank you very much, Patrick C. He says the brain damage wasn't treatable, pre-existing condition. It very may have been. There we go. That's how I wanted to say it. It very well may have. There we go. Take that. Appreciate that, Patrick C. And we got another. Space Trucking LLC. I appreciate it. Says, what's up, JG? Props on all these production value gains I see on the channel. Much aloha, chat, and my fellow green team. Yes, shout out to all you guys out there. Thank you, Space Trucking LLC. And I'm trying. Indiana Bones, a fistful of dollars. Not a fistful of dicks. Dollars. Dollar. A fistful of the dollar. Thank you, Space Trucking. We got another one. Those are like super generous. Thank you, Mr. Kojak. Who loves you, baby? Says Superman, Batman, and now Fetterman. Yeah, but the first two were superheroes. I mean, let's be honest. What is the criteria for a superhero? Because Batman wasn't a superhero because he didn't have superpowers, flight, vision, all that kind of weird stuff. You know, the mutant, the X-Men mutants, they all had something. So is Batman a superhero? I don't know. What's the criteria? If he meets it, then I guess yes. But those were superheroes. Those were good guys. They did good. They helped clean up the cities. Superman helped clean up the world. Fetterman can't even clean up his outfit. He walked back into work dressed like a high school basketball coach. Not a good look, player. But thank you, Mr. Kojak. Joe Mello. Thank you, man. Thank you very much, Joe Mello. He says, hey, Jericho and chat. How's everybody? I'm good. Hope everybody else is. Says, see you at Double Impact tonight. Thank you, Joe Mello. Joe Mello is a staple. The sun rises in the east. It sets in the west. And Joe Mello is going to be on Double Impact. Be like Joe. This is a Joe that we can get behind. This is a Joe that we can model ourselves after. Joe is going to be a Double Impact. You be a Double Impact. Now, Sloppy Joe, don't model shit after him. But this Joe, he's cool. It's cool, let's say. What movie is that from? It's cool, let's say. That movie was the shit. Oh, man. Michael Coulter, cool. He says, you know I'm going to be on Double Impact tonight. We're missing for the world. You cool with me now. You are cool with me. Rusty Craig, what's up? Yeah, what movie is that from? Yeah, Spike and Madness, you got it. Desperado. That was Quentin Tarantino. It's cool essay. Oh, that shit's funny. No, Tehran Isaac, almost, man, almost. Selma, yes, that's a Selma Hayek movie. 1 year later, but it was Desperado. Remember when she gave Antonio Banderas the hot water and he said, "Hey, shit! Hey, shit! What you trying to do to me?" That part always made me laugh. So, oh my goodness, people. So much shit to get into. So Fetterneck is back. You're going to enjoy that audio and video. It's Walmart's fault. I want you guys to know that. Walmart just closed 4 locations in Chicago. And apparently it's Walmart's fault. And there's a video of a lady. Let me see if I can find it. There's a video of a lady who is in a Walmart in Chicago, one of the few left open, I guess. And no bullshit, no exaggeration whatsoever. It looks like a bomb went off inside of that store. There is shit all over the floors, the shelves. Most of the shelves are completely empty. It looked like a tornado went through there. It looked like the Tasmanian devil from Warner Brothers cartoons went through that Walmart. Blah, blah, blah. Remember that character? Just shit everywhere. Unless she wants to pick stuff off the ground, the filthy shit off the ground, there's nothing for this woman to buy. And she's talking about how this is my city. I live here. I love it here. My family's here, but I can't find shit for my family. I can't buy anything because the shelves are empty. There's shit all over the floor. There's one aisle she goes down, and it looks like somebody just took everything and threw it on the floor. So, but all of that destruction and property and the property damage, loss of product, because that's how businesses work, no matter what it is. Doesn't matter if you're selling ice cream cones or you're selling fucking nuclear reactors to the government. You have a product, you trade that product for money. It's called business. So Walmart has a bunch of products and they trade it to the public at large for money. But if people come in and take the shit for free, if they come in there and they use their 5-finger discount, then there's no then what am I doing here? Walmart's not a charity. Walmart's not the food bank. They're not doing this shit out of the goodness of their heart, nor should they. This is a business. 1 out of 3 Americans shop at Walmart. That is a damn successful business. Robert Coleman, I do not have Twitter. I've been kicked off. Or I was kicked off a few years back. Haven't gone back yet. But this ain't no fucking charity. Walmart's not a church. They're in the business of making money. Major Payne told us, killing is my business, ladies, and business is good. This is Walmart's business, and it's not good. If you can come in there and just grab shit off the shelves. These people aren't leaving money. This isn't like one of those hippie stores, man, like a co-op or something, man. I've seen things like that where they have something, like you go into a store and you leave, or no, it was a restaurant, and you go into the restaurant and you leave what you think is a fair price for what you just enjoyed, for what you just consumed. So Walmart isn't like that. These people aren't leaving money. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to smash this window. I'm going to grab this flat screen, but I'm going to leave you $500 in an envelope. They're not doing that. They're just smashing the window and grabbing the TV and leaving out the money part. So Walmart can't have that. So if this climate is not conducive to running a business, then Walmart's going to chuck up 2 of the biggest deuces you've ever seen in your life. See ya. So that's what they did. Bye, Chicago. What do you think they're going to do? But it's Walmart's fault. Walmart is racist. And which is one of the craziest things in the world. Because if you've ever been inside a Walmart, you know that Walmart will sell shit to anybody. They don't give a fuck what you look like. That's number one. That should be Walmart's slogan. Walmart, we don't give a fuck what you look like. Because we've all seen some people in Walmart that cause our jaw to drop. Right? Walmart, we don't give a fuck what you look like. You could come in here in your PJs. You could come in here wearing a fucking Civil War reenactment uniform. We don't give a shit. You could come in here wearing hardly any clothes. You could come in here wearing clothes that are too big, and you could come in here wearing clothes that are too damn small. You could look like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag, and as long as that transaction clears, thank you, come again. Walmart's probably the least racist fucking company in the world because they don't give a damn what you look like. You could look 28 different flavors of fucked up, and Walmart's doors will go for you every time. Bring your crazy, fucked up ass in here and spend your money, America. Walmart don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. There are Twitter pages and TikTok accounts and YouTube channels just based on what you see in Walmart. And those people are all white, black, it don't matter. But Walmart, you're supposed to stick it out. You're supposed to stay here and you're supposed to lose money by the millions until the problem is solved. Chrome says, I see the 49ers might trade Lance. Makes sense, man. We've had this kid for 2-3 years. He's played 2-3 games. I'm not mad at it because we don't know what we have. We don't know if we have the next best thing or a bust. We don't know because he can't stay healthy. So, bye-bye, my friend. Kenneth Jackson says, Jericho Green, the ranch chicken wings at Walmart are out of this world. And you can look like whatever the fuck you want when you go in there and pick them up. Walmart loves everybody. Jay Reason, what up, man? What up, man? Oh, man. They don't give a damn. Oh, this is a very vivid description, but it's true. Diesel says, Walmart, you can come in here with your Anasara prolapse dragging on the ground. We will sell you a shovel to put it back in. That's right. Walmart wants your money. Bring your troubled self, whatever you need. We got it. That's why they have everything, because they want everybody. It's in their business model. That's why Walmart is becoming a one-stop shop, because they want everybody. And when you open a business in Chicago, you know what you're getting into. You know what you're getting into. You shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to deal with that shit. And there should be a mayor and a police force there to stop that from happening. But that's not what they have. They got a mayor who says, don't demonize them. Leave them alone. So that's not conducive to running a successful business. No matter, it's Walmart. They can take all kinds of hits and lumps and fines and fees. They can take all that. And they're taking off. So to the mid and small size business, what are they going to do? They're not going to be able to hang with that. They don't have, some of them don't have multiple locations. It's fucked up. Chicago, aka America's shooting range. Thank you very much, Prince of the Cats, for the 50. Thank you. Says, love you, Jericho. You're a living proof working for the man and now working for yourself. Don't play the victim. I'm telling you. Look, no cape, just a t-shirt. I have no superpowers. I'm not like Clark Kent. If I take these off, I don't have, eagle vision and laser beams can come out. I'm just a regular motherfucker just like you. We all are. We're nothing special. We're all the same. That's it. Mr. Kojak, once again. He says, imagine the train tracks still look like a looted third world country. Yeah. It's terrible. And all the money in these big cities, in these Democrat-run dystopian Mad Max shitholes, these festering wounds on the body USA. All the money. Look at the money that goes into California. I came from a small, medium-sized city, small city, 100, well, the sign coming into Salinas says the population is one thing, but if we're keeping it rural, then it's probably like 175,000 people that live in that city. So whatever the fuck that is. That city itself was generating more than $8 billion a year in produce because of produce. I guarantee you go in your refrigerator right now, you open that crisper, you got something in there that's green that came from the Salinas Valley. Lettuce, broccoli, onions, celery, strawberries, you name it, carrots, you name it, probably came from the Salinas Valley. $8 billion plus a year just from that one little spot on the map. That little turd known as Salinas Puro Salas, way. $8 billion plus a year. So the money in these cities, the money, and in California's case, these states, where a lot of it is just a dystopian shithole, the money. So where's it going? You're not putting it in infrastructure, obviously. I know because we drive on these fucking roads. You ever drive down a road that you think the state government forgot about? Because it's bumpy and lumpy as hell. The lines, you can't even see them anymore. You barely know where to pull up and stop. The land that the government forgot. You ever been on a road like that? Why is there a road like that in a state like this where we just had almost $100 billion surplus? Where's that surplus going? Kenya from Cali. There you go. She says, heck yes. You know, all the money we got coming through this bitch. And we got roads that look like that? Yeah, that's true, Sonny Singh. Says LMAO, Ukraine. You know it. We're sitting here driving on roads that you can't go on if you have to pee. Because you're gonna have an accident. And they're just fucking bukkake in Ukraine with our money. Ukraine's like, stop, please, all these American monies. So where the fuck is the money going? Because our roads suck. We don't have no. You guys seen? Man, let me pull this shit up. This is gonna make. Come on, let's get this anger blood drop out of the way. Let's go. Get this shit out of the way. Every time I see this, I'm just like, what the fuck? Where's mine? Where's mine? Yeah, where's that shit at? Yeah, this shit right here. Here it is. Hold the fuck on. Let me share this damn screen. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Where's ours? Look at this shit. Damn high-speed train in Japan. Are you ever going to be late to work again if you got that thing coming through your neighborhood? The fuck? Where's ours? Where is it? $100 billion. Why don't I have that in California? Why can't I go to LA for the afternoon on that? Why can't I go up and down my state on that every day in a matter of minutes? Why am I still going on these rickety, fucked up highways that always have a project going on? Look at this. Look at that shit. That's in Japan. I know we got a bigger GDP than Japan. Hold on a second. Japan's GDP. Damn. Almost $5 trillion. America's GDP. $23 trillion. They got almost 5. We got 23. And we can't get that. Why don't we have that zigzagging across America? Why you got to get in the car with your family and spend all that time on the road and all that money on gas and all that vacation time? Because let's say you drive cross country. You got to allow driving time, not only, and you got to allow time to be where you're going and spending time there. Then you got to be back home because you got to go back to work. Imagine if you could hop on that bitch. How long is it going to take you to get cross country or to another state on that thing? That thing's going 300-400 miles per hour. You could be where I live in California, up near Sacramento. This thing going 400 miles an hour will put me in Los Angeles in like 20 minutes. Driving, it's like 4 or 5 hours. If I could be down there in 25 minutes, you could go down there for the day. Not that I would go to Los Angeles right now. I'm just using it as a reference point. What if I wanted to go down to Mexico or go down to San Diego? Big military community. You got Miramar down there. You got all kinds of museums and shit down there. That's where Comic-Con is. I could be in San Diego in 35, 45 minutes. Maybe that'll make some commerce run up and down the state and revitalize some of these small and medium-sized businesses that might have been kicked in their nuts by the sweet and sour sniffles lockdowns. Yeah, Kenya from Cali. Let's see. How fast do Japanese bullet trains go? Oh, they go 186. So that was kilometers, excuse me. Stupid kilometers. But some hit 200. Fastest bullet train in the world. Shanghai, so that's almost 300. So let's go. Fuck Japan. Let's get the Shanghai one. Shanghai, the Shanghai maglev goes 286 miles per hour. So why do they have that? We don't. Yeah, I hate kilometers too, Kenny from Cali. Fuck that. MPH. But we don't. We don't got it. We don't got it. We got all this money. It's going somewhere. It ain't staying here with us, but it's going somewhere. But it's your fault, Wal-Mart. Also, how in the fuck do these people look themselves in the mirror and not just go, how? Because Mody Dick, and no, not the book. The Mody Dick that I'm talking about is, what is it? Leah Thomas? Leon Thomas? The Ku Klux Trans member who jumped in the water and blew away the competition, even though he was dragging his dick along in the water. I thought that would create a lot of drag, but it didn't. Probably because he had those big manly arms pulling him through the water and those big manly legs kicking behind him. But when I say Moby Dick, I'm not talking about the story by Herman Melville. No. What I'm talking about is the new Moby Dick, the Ku Klux trans member who went ahead and wedged his big ass up there on the stage and took a woman's spot, slowly but surely, being wiped out of the history books, washed away, ladies. Well, this bad girl here, she was recently talking about some bullshit with trans kids. You know how the perverts are. And the cool thing about this is Leah Thomas has a new look, and it is fierce. Fellas, watch out. Try not to let your dicks get hard when you see the new look on Leah Thomas. Thank you, Sonny Singh. He says, potholes cost me $900 in tires last month. Thank you, Callie. Well, that's your problem. And you can throw those $900 in tires on the fuel tax you're paying and the property tax you're paying on. Don't forget that. Don't forget the gas prices in California are starting to creep back up to $5 a gallon. I saw $4.83 yesterday. Oscar Gonzalez says, Jericho, California power companies propose income-based rates, so part of your bill will be based on your annual income. Well, isn't that great? So even if you don't make a lot of money, but you're using a shitload of fucking power, you only have to pay a little bit. But what about equity? When is the equity shit going to come in? Because that's not fair. You got all kinds of shit plugged in, but you don't make a lot of money, so you're paying this much. And because I make more, I got to pay more. It doesn't matter how much I'm using. It's just based on what I make. That is no bueno. No bueno. Thank you, Spunberry. He says, where is the train? Still stuck between the mountains, between San Francisco and LA. How much is Pelosi laughing? Yeah, there was a lot of projects like that. There's one up near where my mom lives where it's a ramp. It's like a big white, it's a wide white, especially on a sunny day. It's almost blinding. This big wide white ramp, and it's coming off the hill, and then it just stops. That's it. It's not connected to anything. On the other end, it's just coming from out of nowhere, and then it stops. And that's it. Ran out of money. Why would you, on this scale, you're talking about the state government. We're talking about billions of dollars being thrown around here. We're talking about probably the biggest project, one of the biggest projects in California history. And you didn't budget properly? What kind of lemonade stand bullshit is this? What is this a state? Is this the fifth largest economy in the world, or is this a lemonade stand ran by children? How do you have a project this big and you didn't budget properly? I'm sure there were all kinds of people involved with long titles and multiple degrees and offices and buildings and all this shit, this firm and that firm. How do you undertake a project of this magnitude and you don't budget properly? It must be a game to them. They must be sitting back laughing at us right now because this can't be serious. Thank you very much, Tammy A, for the Hamilton. She says, hey, JG and chat family, could you do a shout out to my mom, in the Arnold voice? She's visiting from Cleveland. I will see y'all tonight. Now, what Tammy means by I will see y'all tonight, and I'm so glad that she brought this up. Tammy, like Joe Mello, is a regular on Double Impact Triple Threat, Wednesday night, 6 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. Tonight, Fistful of Dollars, a Clint Eastwood classic. I believe this was the first one that kicked off the spaghetti Western genre. And if it's a spaghetti Western, you know who's probably going to make an appearance on the show tonight, brother. But back to Tammy A's mum. Well, you didn't give me her name, Tammy A, but we'll just call her mom. How about that? That's a great title. I just wanted to say to Tammy A's mom, how are you? Hello there, Tammy A's mom. What are you doing? You're visiting her down there in Florida from Cleveland. I have a question for you. Who chose the colors for your football teams? The Browns, dear. You never know what he's going to say, but that is a good question because brown and orange. It's a tough combo. You know who else is tough? Justin Desroches. Justin Desroches, I thank you. He says, y'all don't know potholes like we do up here in the Northeast. Fetter and Neck Buddy 2024. I mean, let's be honest. Neck Buddy will be dragging Fetterneck across the finish line if they were to win. Because the Neck Buddy, he's obviously the brains of the operation. Fetterman, he still gets excited when he hears the ice cream truck go by. So, you know, he's not going to be contributing much. Fucking ogre. I'm back at work, everybody. Thank you, Spun Bearing 65 for the Hamilton. It says Pelosi said she wanted to punch Trump and then go to jail. No reason she shouldn't get the second half. It's better than nothing. Agreed. It's funny how they can threaten the president, say all this wild shit. Nobody does anything. But yeah, if that's what she wants to do, we can just cut out the middleman and send her ass directly to jail. Because I'm sure if somebody started looking into her finances, they would wonder why you have a position that pays around $200,000 a year, but you're worth $120 million. Her, not her husband. Bam Bam Bigelow, who dresses Fetterman? Obviously himself. Obviously himself. Don, get off me. I want to do it. I don't like the way the suits. They're all itchy. I hope he dresses himself because if somebody else would do that to another human being, that's not cool. They need to be cited. They need to be given a citation or jailed because that's fucked up. Wetworks 57. Thank you for the Twompsky, sir. Our federal government is corrupt, and so is most of the blue states. Vote Democrat if you love Marxism. You know what's funny about that is if you talk to people who lived under communism, who lived under Marxism, you know, Marxism in its full glory. Marxism fully unfurled. They don't want to live through that shit again. That's why they hate Cubans so much. The Cuban immigrants. That's why they don't like them. That's why they don't mind sending them back or blocking them from coming in the first place because them damn Cubans ain't about that bullshit. They want to come here for a better life. For real, for real. And I'm not saying anybody that comes here illegally, fuck off. But there's a reason why they don't like to see and they don't highlight and stick a microphone in the face of Cuban immigrants. Because that communism is fresh. That communism over there is like a fresh coat of paint that hasn't dried yet. They don't want that shit. But these crazy motherfuckers over here in America who know nothing but our abundance and security, for some reason, they want it. It's like I think they're like a teenage girl in high school. You know, it's boring. I want to spice it up. This relationship's too boring. You're nice. You're respectful. No, I like a bad boy. This is boring. Let's stir some shit up. Let's get some communism in here. Not me. I like boring, safe America. Give me boredom and security and freedom any day over some crazy ass communism bullshit. You don't even know what you're talking about. Man. Thank you very much, Creole lady, for the Hamilton. She says, if you don't like the road you're on, it's your own asphalt. Thank you, Creole lady, but that's true. It is. That can be applied even to life. If you don't like it, change it. This is your road. This is your life, your path. You're paving it. So change that shit if you don't like it. True that, girl. True that. Now, there we go. There we go. Let's hear this. Legal Alien, I thank you, sir. Appreciate you becoming a member of Green Nation. Cool kids. Trays up, scoot it down. Got another one. Legal Alien. I thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. So, which one do we want to do first? Oh, here's another one. So the kid, Poodle Amy, what's up? She says she was born in Guantanamo Bay. Really? Like not at the facility, right? Or maybe so. Like you don't think of Guantanamo Bay being more than just the place where they keep the terrorists, but I imagine there's probably a city around it. Heidi Booth, you're right. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up, like and sub and like. But Sloppy Joe, you know that little boy, not little boy, 16-year-old kid who was shot in the head by the 84-year-old man in Kansas City. And the boy has recovered and he is back home. He was released from the hospital. So very thankful for that. Looks like the boy will be okay. Thankfully, it was a relatively small caliber. I think it was a 32 or something like that. So, yeah, very thankful that that boy is home with his family. And the man turned himself in, elderly man. He shot through the door. That's not cool. No, I don't think anybody's condoning that, shooting through a door. But let's not act stupid and let's not ignore everything that plays into this. This old man, he's probably fearful. A young black person at his door at night. We would be lying if we looked at our peephole and saw that. It wouldn't give us a moment of pause, not only because it's a young black kid, but because it's late at night. I think it was like after 10 o'clock. Also, we see what's on the news. We see the footage out of Chicago recently. We see this shit all the time. And some of the wildest shit you see online or on TV, when it comes to news and shit like that, is young black folks. So obviously the man was scared. I don't know if he was racist. There's no way, unless you have some kind of manifesto or he has some kind of social media footprint that you can check on. How do you prove racism? And really, who gives a fuck? Whether he's racist or not, the boy was shot. Does racism if the guy was racist, does that give him a better chance to recover? Like that don't mean shit. But the old man was wrong. He shot that boy through the door. And then I think he shot him again in the arm when he was down. So that was wrong. But I don't like, just because it was a white person and a black person, you can't automatically interject racism into it. Diesel, I'm getting to that. So hold on a second. One second. So anyway, so thankfully the boy is okay, but racism doesn't play a part in this. Just like someone's sexual preference doesn't play a part in how well they do a job unless you're making pornos. Like Biden's cabinet. So what if Chocolate Patty loves puss? That doesn't make her better at her job. Obviously, she sucks. Um, but of course, the mainstream mediocres, and I think Ben Crump was retained by the family and all this shit. It's just so stupid. It's a very tragic accident. And not like the old man shot the gun on accident, but it's a very unfortunate situation that the young boy was shot. But thankfully, he's back home, and it looks like he's going to make a full recovery. Now, there was a 20-year-old girl in upstate New York who, around the same time, she pulled into the wrong driveway looking for a friend's house or something, and she got shot and killed. Now, the reason I'm bringing up that situation, because obviously it was a white man and a white victim, so they don't give a fuck. But Sloppy Joe invited Ralph Yarl, who was the black kid, and his family to the White House when he's recovered. And he's saying that no parent should have to deal with that. No child should experience that. So why didn't you invite this 20-year-old girl and her family to the White House? Don't you like to, Miss Kaylin Gillis, don't you like to bring up your dead son all the time? Every time there's a shooting or something like that, my son, Bo, and Bo, you like to bring that shit up. So why don't you bring that up now and console his family and share your experience, your unfortunate commonality, the unfortunate thing that you guys have in common. Why aren't you inviting her family to the White House? Because it's not going to score any political points. He has a damn election coming up next year that apparently he wants to be in. But what's going to score him more points? Bringing some black faces to the White House that was shot by a white man. I mean, if straight white men are such a threat, then they're a threat to us all. Right? So why are you just bringing the black kid to the White House? Why are you doing that? Why are you not bringing the other girl too? Or here's an idea, Sloppy Joe. Don't bring either one. Don't bring either one. I don't think because something bad happens to you, you've earned an invite to the White House. That's dumb. Why are you inviting that boy's family? For what? Other than to score political points. Other than to show black folks that 95 plus percent of black folks that are going to vote for you no matter what. No matter what. You already got out there and said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. You already got out there and said that poor kids are just as smart as white kids. You already came out there and said that because you were hanging out with black folks, you learned about roaches that summer. And the beat goes on. But here you are pandering once again, inviting the black kid who was shot to the White House. For what? Other than to score political points. Because if it was to console these people and share in their pain, you would have invited both of them. But I don't think either one deserves to go to the White House. For what? And the family of the girl who died, I think the last thing on their mind is wanting to go to the fucking White House. Because they just lost a child and a sister and a cousin and a friend and a neighbor and a teammate and all that other shit. So why are you doing this? What would be great is if his family declined the offer. To show that you're not going to use my son as a political tool, as political fodder. That's fucked up. Hey, that's Sloppy Joe. Simeon Merriweather. Oh, thank you, good sir. Appreciate that. I mean, we don't call him Put Together Joe, do we? No, we call him Sloppy Joe. Because he's sloppy in every possible way. Yeah, Amy, if the victim was black and trans, he'd probably go to their house. Yeah, they house. Them house? Who fucking knows? Yeah, he'd be over there fucking washing their feet. This is a change. This is a 180. I'm used to you washing my feet, Negroes. Wow. Ain't that something? Ain't Joe something else? Oh, thank you, Karina Parks, for the £5. Good looking out. Hey, Karina, since you're from the UK, can you guys take Joe off our hands? You want him? You want him? You guys want a sloppy Joe? We'll give him to you. We'll owe you. How about that? How about that? We'll owe you a favor. Just take him off our hands, please. Nona S. I'm just stumped that there are still so many people that refuse to see how they use people. So sad. It is. This boy is a political ploy. He is to gain points. That is all. That is it. DJ John T, will you take Greta? Deal. We will take that angry Swedish troll if you take Sloppy Joe. No problem. We'll throw her in California somewhere and forget all about her. Boom. That sounds good to me. If that's what you want to do, DJ John T, hell yeah. We'll take Greta, you take Sloppy Joe. Deal. No takebacks either. Don't get him there and be like, oh, fuck, I didn't realize what we got. No. Once you take him, he's yours. David Stodahar, I think I said that right. Says, anyone want sloppy seconds? Or sloppy seconds, anyone? Go ahead. Take Sloppy Joe, please. Authentically Kennedy, Joe said he wanted to stay in Ireland. Deal. No trade needed. He did. He said, I don't want to go home. Good. Keep him. Fucking dumb. But he wants to invite them to the White House. Isn't that something? But yeah, the 20-year-old girl, Kaylin Gillis, she was a passenger in a vehicle. 65-year-old man Kevin Monahan fired 2 shots from his front porch. Washington County Sheriff Jeffrey Murphy said in the news conference on Monday. Blake Walsh, Gillis's boyfriend, said he was driving the car the night they drove up the wrong driveway. He told NBC Tuesday in a phone interview that he, his late girlfriend, and 2 friends were looking for a party. 4 friends were traveling in another car and also went up the wrong driveway. We didn't have any cell service to figure it out. As soon as we figured out that we were at the wrong location, we started to leave, and that's when everything happened. My friend said, they're shooting. Go. I tried to step on the gas as fast as I could, and that's when the fatal shot struck Gillis. It came through. I want to believe it was instant. I'm hoping it was. I'm praying it was. He's hoping that she died instantly, didn't suffer. The sheriff said the shooting happened in a very rural area with dirt roads and poor cell service. Monahan has been charged with second-degree murder in connection with her death, Murphy said. He was arraigned Sunday on murder charges. Walsh said he plans to be in court. I need to see who took my girlfriend away from me. I need to look at him. Damn. It happened the day after the Ralph Yarl kid was shot. And yeah, that's crazy. You can't just shoot into a car that comes up your driveway. That's insane. Just like you can't shoot through the door at somebody who's on the outside unless you see they have a gun in their hand. Now, if you look out your peephole or something, you see somebody has a gun in their hand, then we can start talking about shooting through the door because obviously they made their intentions known and you'd be a fool to let them advance any closer. But shit, man. To just shoot into a car like that and kill a 20-year-old girl or to shoot through a door like that and hit a 16-year-old boy is fucking crazy. But could this be a result of what people are seeing out there? Could this be a result of these people, these cities and their policies, and this telling people that you can get away with shit and trying to take away people's right to defend themselves and demonizing those who do? Is this a result of that? Is this residue from that? Or is this two older fuckers who are in the wrong? And I don't doubt that they are. They're both wrong as two left shoes, man. You can't fucking just shoot at people until they present a threat to you. Authentically Kennedy. She says, after these Chicago riots, I'd honestly be nervous seeing a black boy at my doorstep. Would I shoot him though? Nah. And again, that's once they show themselves to be a threat, fucking let it fly. Let it go. Don't let them hurt you. You hurt them. But a kid at the door, or some car pulls up your drive, and the kid said that they were in with 4 other kids who went up the wrong driveway. So was it that same driveway? And even if it was, so 2 cars come up your driveway and turn around, that's a reason to shoot through the fucking windshield? That's insane. You know who's also a little bit insane? Spunberry 65. Thank you. He says, can we find a lonely goat for Greta? We sure can. If that'll keep her quiet, we'll find her a herd of fucking goats. Yeah, we'll find her 10 of them. Just stay over there and shut the fuck up. Oscar Gonzalez, did the old guy live in a rural area? The guy who shot the 20-year-old girl, yes, he did. But the other guy, no. I think it was I believe it was like in a suburban neighborhood. So sad, man. Just that loss of life for that girl and the fear of them possibly losing their child. In the case of the 16-year-old boy, thankfully he came home. He's released from the hospital. That's a great sign. Hopefully he has zero lasting effects from it. But that's just wild, man. But again, you're seeing, and I'm not talking about just these people anymore, but I'm just saying you see these images over and over again, and it's a certain type of person, and they're handled in a certain type of way, very lightly. They're released in no time. That's going to have an effect on people. It is. It's human nature. If you're shown that this thing has the potential to be dangerous, if you come across that thing, how do you expect people to react? I'll show you a story that just reinforces that, and it's fucking sad. But how about they stop doing it? Wetworks 57, thank you for the Hamilton. He says, Biden is an embarrassment. The world is laughing at us every day, every single day. Side splitting, stomach hurting. Stop. You ever laughed that hard? That kind of laughter every single day. Every day. Yeah, Heidi Booth. Well, maybe the 84-year-old man can say, hey, I'm trans, and he can get out of it. Yeah. Because then it'll go silent. Then what are they going to do? Then the mainstream mediocres, their little heads are going to explode. Because white man, black victim, slam dunk. But now there's a twist. What did Onyx tell us? But wait, it gets worse. Now he's trans. He identifies as a trans woman. Oh, shit. Well, fuck. Do we keep covering the story? Do we back off of it? What do we do? So it's a Ku Klux trans member, so we can't handle it like any other story. I don't know. Because look at what they did with the story about the Ku Klux trans crazy bitch who shot up that school. One of the victims was black. Didn't hear nothing about that because she was a damn freak. Very unfortunate. You know what? Let's get a bit of a chuckle, shall we? There we go. All right. Fetterneck is back in town. The Fetterneck is back in town. Oh, this crazy son of a bitch. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. So let's take care of business first, shall we? Love the name, by the way. Thank you, OJ's 94 Bronco. Man, I still remember watching TV, and then all of a sudden the show was cut off, and this white Bronco was driving hella slow down the highway. I was like, what the fuck? It says Trump should come out as trans. They couldn't handle it. They're like, but we hate him. But he's trans, and we can't hate him. We must support him. But we can't support him because he's a Hitler. I know, but he's a trans Hitler, so we have to love him. Oh, they fucking... Burr, burr, burr. Boom! Just like the Mars attacks. Gah, gah, gah. They started playing that high-pitched shit, and their heads just exploded inside their little glass bowls. That's what would happen to the left. The mainstream mediocres, if they couldn't utter the name Trump anymore, if they couldn't utter the name that brings them 75% of their news when he's not in office, they wouldn't know whether to scratch their watch or whine their ass. They would fall down in the fetal position and cry and shit. They wouldn't know what to do. We can't even say, but what if, but he's being indicted. But he tweeted nothing. Shut the fuck up. He's Ku Klux trans now. Fuck. Beaten in their own game. I don't think they can handle it. You see them falling out of their high-rise windows. Oh, shit, man. Shit. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Are you guys ready? Fetterneck, 2 months out of the game. Walter Reed, the best medical care, some of the best medical care possibly in the entire world. You're a sitting U.S. senator. People care about you. The best of the best, 60 days. Here we go. Fetterneck, he actually put on a fucking suit. Crack that mic for the first time, player. Let us feel it.
I call to this hearing of the U.S. Senate Subcommittee and
Fetterneck. Okay, that's all right. Remember the Wright brothers when they were getting off the ground for, it probably fell to the ground a couple times, but eventually they took off. Fetterneck, babe, what you got?
Food and nutrition, specialty crops, organics, and research to order.
Craps or crops? Are we talking about gambling or food?
Chairwoman Stabenow. And Ranking Member Boozman, thank you so much for coming. I thank you for your leadership on this committee, and I look forward to working with you to pass a farm bill.
All right, look forward to working with you to sign a farm bill.
A farm bill that works for small farmers, rural communities, and hungry Americans.
Rural communities, you guys stop fucking around. You're thinking rural, like rural communities out in the middle of nowhere, not incorporated, outside of the city. But he's talking about rural communities, the communities that rule the other ones. Dude, you rule.
Americans. I call to this hearing of the U.S. Senate Subcommittee on Food and Nutrition, Specialty Crops, Organics, and Research to order. Chairwoman.
And research to order. Fetterneck. I'm going to tell you like I tell my son. Now, my son, he's a good reader. He's 7 years old. He's good. He reads books every night before bed. We don't read them anymore. He takes it. Now, when we're out somewhere, Dad, what's this? Read the sign. Read the door. Read it. It's all about reading. And he's good at it. But when he was starting to read, he was just saying words. I said, no, you have to read the way you talk. Bobby and Jane went to the store. Then they came back home. Not Bobby and Jane went to the store. They came back home. You know, you got to honor the punctuation, pause at the commas and the periods, shit like that. I don't think anybody told him this.
7 now.
He looked down the table, and that woman is.
And Ranking Member Boozman, thank you so much for coming. I thank you for your leadership on this committee, and I look forward to working with you to pass a farm bill. A farm bill that works for small farmers, rural communities, and hungry Americans.
Dude, I live in a rural community. Everybody here rules, dude. Is that what he means? Oh, shit. I look forward to working with you to establish a farm bill for farmers and rural communities. And thank you for being here. Chairman so-and-so. Oh, you're right here next to me. Thank you for being a part of this committee. What the This is 2 months of giving your brain a rest, and this is how you come out of the gate? Holy shit, people. We are in trouble. Trouble. That motherfucker. I'm surprised that he didn't start off by saying, good night, everybody. That would have made more sense. Would you have been shocked if he started out that, whatever that was, if he started it out by saying, good night, everybody? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, John. Oh, shit, John. You sound fucking terrible. Oh, man. Oof. I don't get it. Simeon Merriweather, thank you again, sir. Thank you, my good man. Even though it's in dollars, and I assume you're in America, so Simeon, it just sounds so British. That's why I do that, sir. Oh, look who did it once more. You're so generous today, Mr. Merriweather. Thanks again, Simeon. Appreciate that. Player, British player. Spun Bearing, once again, I thank you. Spun Bearing 65, thank you. He says they are transplanting Biden into Fetterneck. It's a lengthy process and will continue. At least the old Biden is gone afterwards. Cheer up, I guess. But this is a hell of a transition. This is some rough shit. This is hard to watch. Because even after 2 months off the job, 2 months of resting, I don't give a shit what they tell you. This fool was not taking meetings while he was at Walter Reed. Obviously. Amanda Mitchell, I'm going straight to hell for laughing. Well, I'll see you there because that shit is ridiculous. Mousy, as mentally stout as he's ever been. That's at his best. Amy, can't talk. Not used to wearing a suit. Oh, it's itchy. I don't like it. Can I loosen the tie, please? You promised me if I put this on, you give me snacks. Fuck. Michael Coulter, you've got mail. Yeah, that wasn't a human. That was Max Headroom video, right? What was that? Now, if I told you this is a man who suffered a stroke and he's here to read a letter that he wrote to Congress. If I told you that and that man is up there, good morning to people in the room. You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, quiet, listen to him, guys. He's really trying. He's struggling. Shh. But no. That is a senator. Tishko 305, she says, you have to get one for the ladies, Jericho. Are you talking about the thank you video for the super chat? Is that what you're talking about? You want to see some man buns up in there, Tishko? Don't be a pervert, Tishko 305. I'll look into it. I'll see what I can do. I'll see if my man Sean will cut one for the ladies. Yeah. Oh, and I thank you so much. Hold on. Here we go. Prince of Cats. That's who it is. Thank you for the $10 super sticker. Nicole Thomas. What's up, girl? Where you been? That new baby and stuff. Congratulations. OJ's 94 Bronco says, when does the Civil War start? I hope it doesn't, man. I really hope it doesn't. I hope it does not. Because if that happened, I think we would win. But who does win out of that? Because it's not like we're trying to stop slavery again or nothing. We are trying to stop the destruction of our country. So it's a pretty noble goal to fight for. I hope it doesn't come to that, man. I really don't. Look at that, Nicole. Look at all this love you getting, girl. We noticed you haven't been here for a while. Welcome back. How's the baby and all that? Congratulations, Mama. Oh my God, Nicole, now you're a mama bear. Welcome back. Alien testosterone. JG's love can be bought. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. What's up, Nicole Thomas? Good to have you back, girl. Hope all is well. Hope that baby has 10 fingers and toes and 2 parents that love it, and everything will be fine. Wetworks 57. Thank you again for the Hamilton. Says Jericho. Do you think we can win the next presidential election with all the mail-in and other hanky-panky going on? That depends, Wetworks. That depends on how many people have snapped the fuck out of it. That depends on how many people really see what we're dealing with and really see the decline from what we had when Bad Orange Man was in there. That depends. That depends on level-headed, smart people from the other side of the aisle saying, fuck that. That requires a lot of people to say, I'm not just going to vote for the Democrats simply because they're a Democrat. I'm really going to vote for what's best for this country. That's what it depends on. Because the people who voted for Trump, you damn straight we're voting for him again. We saw this shit coming a long time ago. But it's going to take people who didn't to really change things. And it's going to have to be so overwhelming that any hanky-panky, as you put it, will be, just totally washed away by the amount of people who are just fed up and who want this shit to change. That's what I think. And thank you again, man. I appreciate it. Prove You're Not a Bot says my JG t-shirt is from September 2020, and I'm still rocking it. Thank you for that. Prove You're Not a Bot. Appreciate that very much. You're like, so right now. Oh, she's still waiting. All right. Well, then the letter or the card that I wrote, well, I sent you and your husband some merch, a baby gift. But the letter I wrote in there, I thought you already had the baby. So just don't read it until you have the baby, and then it'll all make sense. Thank you. Still waiting for the baby. I believe you said it was due this month, right? So you're probably past that whole pregnant thing. Let's get this baby out. Let's get this thing started. It's uncomfortable. I hear what the ladies be saying in that last month. Monica Foster. Thank you for the $10 super sticker. Thank you, girl. Hold on. Okay, all right. We good. We good. We're good. My man Simeon, look at you. Simeon Merriweather. Oh, thank you, my good man. Sweet Mama G says the last month, last 5 years. Okay, Tammy says she's due this Saturday on Tammy's birthday. Well, happy birthday, Tammy. Early happy birthday to you. Early happy birthday to that new baby. I don't know if I'll be doing a live this Saturday, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and say the happy birthdays now, because Junior and I, we're going to the Sacramento Gun Show. It's this Saturday and Sunday, so we're going to go check that out. Gonna pack some snacks for Junior. We're going to hit that damn gun show. I'm excited. I'm excited. Trail 812 Productions, what up? I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Trail 812 Productions. Am I in Los Angeles? No, hell no. I am up near Sacramento. Way up there. I'm way up. I'm about 20 minutes from the state capitol. I'm about 20 minutes from where that stench permeates from in California, and you're like, what's that smell? It's the state capitol. Rattletrap 1970 says, what do they have at the Sacramento Gun Show? Pictures of guns? Good one. Yeah, man, I don't know. Hopefully there'll be some good shit. It'll all be California compliant. But I'm gonna go check it out. I've never actually been to a gun show, so I'm excited. Joyce Decker says, Jericho, but gun shows don't do background checks. I know that's the dumbest shit ever. Like, you could just go to a gun show and they give you guns, and everybody would go to the fucking gun show. Oh, cool. Bam Bam Bigelow says there's always 5 to 10 protesters always at my county gun show. I hope to see some out there. Hope exercising their First Amendment rights. But I'm still looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. I mean, it has to be fun. Me and Junior hanging out around a bunch of guns. That's a good time. Let's see. Simeon Merriweather. Man, I'm telling you. If there was a generosity award. Thank you, Simeon Merriweather. Trail 812 Productions says, I'm the one that used to take shots at you all the time about your videos. You got to give me more than that, man. I don't recall, but you know, lots of people take shots. The important thing is you're still here. Creole Lady Archery. I don't know what they're going to have up in that bitch. But it's going to be fun. I'm going to check it out. I can't wait. But it's got to be a good time. I know if I was 7 or when I was 7, I would have loved to have gone to a gun show with my dad. So let's hope this is a good memory, yeah? Old Sweet Dick Malone. Junior! Got a lot of ganja. R.I.P. Sean Connery. Oh, from back when I used to be in my truck, huh? Trail 812 Productions. Well, I appreciate you sticking around. And I like a little back and forth. That's how we learn shit. That's how we learn. Gaza Gascon. Romania support Uncle Jericho. Hey, shout out to Romania. You guys gave us Dracula. I appreciate that. Wetworks 57. Jericho, how many assault rifles do you own? 0, because there's no such thing as no damn assault rifle. But I was at a gun store recently, and I was checking out, I think I mentioned this to you guys. I was checking out the, what is it? Why can't I fucking think of it? The XD. I'm blanking on the company name. The Shields. I don't know why I forgot it. But anyway, the XD 45 caliber. I was checking that out. Very cool. So I think that might be my next one. I might actually get a gun that's not a Glock. So we'll see. I was very pleased with the way it looked, like the way it felt. I shot my stepdad's a while back, and I liked it. A little not as wide as a Glock, a little taller, but I like it. Terrell 812 Production says, but you do got a good laugh. We don't have to agree, but we can still talk. No, yeah, for sure. For sure. That's how people learn shit. You talk to people you might not necessarily agree with, as long as it's in a constructive manner. Springfield, thanks, Easy. Springfield. Yeah, that's all good. Simeon Merriweather, again, you trying to set a record or something? Set it. Thank you, Simeon Merriweather. Easy says Shields are Smith & Wesson. Okay, thank you. Springfield, that's what it was. Yeah. Fucking Fetterneck. That was so funny. Okay, that's enough. Get you out of here, man. We are done with you. Let's see. There it is. God, that is so funny, man. That's what, 2 months off. He had 2 months off. And that's his first at bat. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's laugh at a different dummy, shall we? Let's laugh at a different freak. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. More generosity. I love it. Shower me in it. Spunbang 65, thank you. He says, don't be hostile towards dingleberries. You can file stalking charges, you know. I don't think that'll be necessary. Nobody's stalking me. Oh, and since I said the word stalking like 3 times in a row, it reminds me of that TV show. Remember that TV show back in the 90s on USA, Silk Stockings? That show was the shit. But anyway, I don't know why I thought of that. Okay, here we go. Moby Dick, what's up?
My name is Leah Thomas. I'm a transgender woman, a former college swimmer, and the first trans athlete to be named Division I NCAA champion. I started swimming.
If you have to preface it with trans, that means whatever comes after the word trans is bullshit. I'm a trans woman. You're a dude who grew his hair out and dyed it and stuffed some shit in his sports bra. You still got a dick and you still bang chicks. You're not a woman for many other reasons. But look at that hair.
When I was 5 years old. It has taught me so much. It's given me so many opportunities to learn, grow, develop, and connect with my peers. Opportunities that I wouldn't have gotten if I didn't have access to athletics. That's why it breaks my heart to see trans kids across the country lose out on these opportunities. The Department of Education has proposed a new rule for Title IX regarding transgender athletes. This rule would prohibit blanket bans on transgender kids, especially in grades K through 8. However, it would not prohibit discrimination against trans kids in the high school and college levels.
There's no such thing as trans kids K through 8. There are kids, those are kids who have unfortunate parents who are pieces of shit. There are no trans kids. Look at this fucking idiot. People are going to sit here and act like there's nothing wrong with this dude. Look at him. Look at the shoulders on that motherfucker. That's a woman? Fellas, you want to wrap your arms around that? You want to be the big spoon to that little spoon? That little spoon has something extra. That's a big little spoon. But we're supposed to believe that fool. Look at him. Look at him. Because he tells you he's a woman, you're supposed to believe that and treat him as such? Yeah, you need to be treated
under the guise of competitive fairness. This rule is a good start. However, it is not enough. During this time of intense anti-trans backlash, the trans community needs explicit protections from discrimination in order to live our lives freely and equally. Luckily,
so you need explicit protections to live your life equally. How is that when you're getting protections that we won't get? Do you not know what the word equal means? Did you swallow too much fucking water while you were in the pool? Do you know what equal means? So you need specific or special protections so you can live your life equally. That don't make no fucking sense.
This rule is not final. We have a 30-day period to urge the Biden administration to amend the rule and grant equal protection for all transgender kids, because all trans kids deserve the opportunity to compete,
to not be trans. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And play in the sports they love without compromising who they are. Join me in commenting on this proposed rule and demanding equal protection for all transgender athletes. My name is Leah Thomas.
My name's Leah Thomas. You crazy piece of shit. So how do you expect to live your life equally when you have all these special protections that we don't all have? We're supposed to be protected from you. Our children are supposed to be protected from the opposite sex being in the bathroom with them. Our kids are supposed to engage in equal opponents, not a boy against a girl. That's not equal. You guys keep talking about equality, but you ain't about that shit. You're a man with a dick, and you're competing against women, yet you scream about equality. As you stand on the middle podium getting the gold medal, you scream about equality. What about the protections for the other women that were on your team that you changed in front of in the locker room? What about their protections, their special protections from you? Classic victim. You guys, they never victimize anybody. They never do anything wrong. It's always us hurting them. What other group of people have we heard saying, we didn't do nothing? He didn't do anything. He's the life of the party. He's a good dude. Here, let me show you his kindergarten picture, even though he's 28 fucking years old. Let me show you his kindergarten picture. Like, that's who the cop shot. The cop shot this little 5-year-old boy. Not this grown idiot who tried to shoot somebody. No, it's this little boy with this little blue cap and gown on when he's getting promoted from preschool to kindergarten. We need to be protected. Protect us. I should be able to compete against women and blow them out of the fucking water. Literally and figuratively. I should be allowed to do that. Why? Because you sucked as a man? When he was swimming against other men, he wasn't shit. Now you're beating women by 50 seconds, almost a minute? You're out of the water and dried off drinking a Gatorade, and these fucking girls are barely reaching the wall. Where's the equality in that? You fucking freak! Look at that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's something wrong with you, but there's nothing wrong with this. This is normal. In what world? In what world is that normal? I'd love to know. In what world is that? Did you guys see that thing? Did you guys see what that looked like? Let me show you one more time, because maybe you guys forgot what this sumbitch looked like. That doesn't look normal. That doesn't sound normal. Hi, I'm Leah Thomas, and I love to swim with chicks. And I have a dick, but they don't. But I have a dick. Fuck out of here. Look at that wide shoulder motherfucker. Ugh. Ew. Thank you, Simeon Merriweather. Thank you very much. I think, yep, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Yes. Cybrain. I'm going to say Cybrain. Thank you for becoming a member of Green Nation. Cool kids. Trays up, scoot it down. Sidestep it. Let's make room. We got a new one. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining the family. That shit is just weird. Yeah, Bam Bam Bigelow. Dude doesn't even try to look pretty as a woman. Why do they always look fucked up like this? They never look like them Thailand lady boys, do they? They always look like this dude who looks like a man who grew his hair out and dyed it pink. That's it. There's more to being a woman than dyeing your hair pink. I'm sorry, bruh, but there is. I know it's confusing with their tits and their clams and the 2X chromosomes. I know that's minor. Those are minor hiccups to you, but man. Man. There is more to it than just getting up, throwing a piece of duct tape on your dick and pulling it back and saying, I'm a check. Ugh. Ew. You look fucking terrible. You look at this dude. Fellas, you walking up to that in the nightclub? You're going to go get her number? Especially when he turns around and says, hey, my name's Leah Thomas. You want to date or what, motherfucker? No. Bam Bam Bigelow, does he have tits now? I don't think so. I think he's still in the chicks. I know he hasn't origamied his dick into some kind of faux vagina, some kind of fucking gash that's trying to close up all the time. I don't think he's gone full lady. And why not? You're claiming it. You're taking their spot in schools. You're beating them in their sporting events. So why not go get the whole operation? Why not get the whole kit and caboodle? Old Sweet Dick Malone, I'd probably smash it. I know you would. You don't care. You just throw your dick in harm's way whenever you can. That's fine. It's yours. Whatever. Come on now. Ew. That's all kinds of fucked up. So gross. So let's have some good news, shall we? Was it already 3 o'clock? Damn, people. We must be having fun because time is just. Send us some good news, shall we? Yeah. There it is. Mr. Demar Hamlin. Let's see what the Huffington Post has to say. HuffPo says, there we go. Let's listen to old Demar Hamlin. Remember him? Remember the poster child for the NFL for a little bit, sell some t-shirts and shit. He's the one who collapsed on the field. And then there was there a fake Demar? Was it a real Demar who came back to the game? He was all covered up, looked different, had different tattoos, but those are all conspiracy theories. I guess this is the real Demar Hamlin. Will the real Demar Hamlin please stand the fuck up? So here we go. Demar, what you got to say, man?
Over these last few months, I've been on a journey, and I've seen, some of the top professionals across the country, and their answers to me were pretty much all the same. They were the same. And this event was life-changing, but it's not the end of my story. So I'm here to announce that I plan on making a comeback to the NFL. So the diagnosis of pretty much what happened to me was basically commotio cordis. It's a direct blow at a specific point in your heartbeat that causes cardiac arrest. And 5 to 7 seconds later, you fall out. And that's pretty much what everyone's seen January 2nd of this year. Commotio cordis is the leading cause of death in youth athletes across all sports. So that's something that I personally will be taking a step in to make a change. And also, with that being said, all the awareness around CPR and the access to AEDs have been lowering that number as well. My heart is still in it. My heart is still in the game. I love the game. It's something I want to prove to myself, not nobody else. It's just, I just want to show people that fear is a choice, that you can keep going in something without having the answers and without knowing what's at the end of the tunnel. Or, you might feel anxious. You might feel any type of way, but you just keep putting that right foot in front of the left one and you keep going. I want to stand for that.
Okay, Mr. Hamlin. There he is, former poster child of the NFL. And, yeah, exactly, Mr. Throat, pun intended. He was saying hard a lot. So, when he does return to the NFL, come on, it's going to be disgusting. It's going to be a fucking 2-minute standing ovation. They'll probably pimp him out a little bit more, get some more t-shirt sales, maybe get some more of the Demar 3 heart bullshit. But I know what I saw, man. And I saw them rush somebody past the cameras and block the cameras. Somebody that did not, he was all covered up. When they showed him in the owner's box, He's all far back with a hood on, casting a shadow over his face. This is in Buffalo, New York, in January. I think they know it's cold there. I think they know that. So they're probably going to have the heat on. You know, the number one place they're going to have the heat on in the football stadium is in the fucking luxury boxes. That's where they're going to have it on. So why are you standing in there with a fucking parka on and your hood on inside? They put Demar Hamlin in the only VIP owner's box without heat. Hey, Demar, we want you and the family to come by, but our bad. We only have the owner's box with no fucking heat in it. Borat, what up? So that was some bullshit. Now it showed his mom and his brother show their face, plain as day. They're walking through. Hey, everybody. But him, he's ushered in and they're blocking the cameras. And he just runs in and shit like he's a fucking dignitary or something. Like there's going to be an assassination attempt on him. Him standing in front of the mural of him. And why are you doing a mural of him? He's not dead. But his back's to the camera. You don't have a picture of him and his face next to his mural. That shit was weird. I don't know where the fuck Demar Hamlin was during that. And I saw the picture of him with the tattoo, but the person they had there didn't have that tattoo. I saw that shit. I saw the footage. I saw the pictures. So anything after that is bullshit. I'm not believing none of that. Of course, they're going to say that it was a fucking hit to the heart. Yeah, of course you can say that. It's football. That's a convenient excuse, but I don't know. He's cloned and all that. I don't know about that, but I know what I saw. I know what I saw. That wasn't him. Simeon Merriweather, you definitely get the Generosity Award for the day. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. Thank you all. Appreciate you being here. We're on 13. Do you think they put cuffs on his heart since he was under cardiac arrest? You guys can get played in a millisecond, can't you? But I thank you guys for being here. We're going to do this shit all over again mañana. You know there's going to be some crazy bullshit overnight. It's probably happening right now. I just don't know about it yet. Appreciate you all being here, taking the time, your generosity, your questions, your comments, everything. Everybody out there in YouTube land, I appreciate it. You were great. I was great. We were great. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, this piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.